Hey everyone! Before you spend money on a ton of art supplies, watch this video first. Before we get started, if you need help transferring your reference photo onto paper, I have a separated tutorial that covers the grade method and the sketching process in detail. I highly recommend it to watch that video at first, then ready for this video. And let's take a look at what you'll need. Okay, here what we need. A simple eraser will do the job, but for details work, I'm using a mono zero. We'll also need charcoal, a contour pencil, and a brush to build and soften the tones. Since we are working with a charcoal, I always start from the top and move downward so I don't drag my hand through the dark areas. Being with the hair, the first step is always the structure of shadows. Just map out the flow, strand by strand, following the direction and movement of the hair. And most importantly, enjoy it. Drawing is about being in the moment. Keep your hand relaxed, trust your lines. Even if something goes a little off, just keep going. That's a part of the process. You'll create your own mark here. I recommended you to watch my first video of this channel. This is all tools that you need to start for your drawing. Also, there are some practice to how to warm up your hands, how to have a confidence for drawing, because warming your hands lets you to control your pressure on a paper. It's very useful. I highly recommend it to you to watch it. Then in the next step, I take a brush and I start softening those charcoal lines, blending them out to build the shadows and bring everything together. Now I'm adding another layer of hair, this time with a bit more charcoal to deepen the tones. Now also I add some details on a hair, very gentle strand. You can add the details in this step. I'm building thin, delicate lines that follow the natural flow of the hair and help define its overall shape. Then I gradually start bringing the shadows into the face and body as well. For the body, I follow the same process, step by step. First, I block in the structure, then I slowly soften it, refine it, and start building the details. And while shading, I always try to follow the form of the subject. If the surface curves, the strokes should curve with it. If it is vertical, the shading goes top to bottom, always in harmony with the structure. And one thing to remember, especially if you're a beginner, don't chase perfection. There is no such thing as a perfect drawing. Even I'm not aiming for perfection here. I'm not focusing on very tiny detail. I'm just focusing on the process. Because the goal is build confidence to get you started. Drawing feels almost like a kind of magic. It brings a sense of calm and lets you create something that comes directly from you. It reflects your emotion and sometimes even helps release them. And no matter your age, from your teens to your later years, just picking up a pencil is something that supports your well-being in a powerful way. Even those messy lines, even scrambling over a section, don't see it as a mistake. You can always turn those makes into something meaningful. So trust your hand, trust your feeling, and let the pencil move freely. Now, as you can see, I've built up the darker value areas and softened them with a brush. In the second layer, I went back in and add more dips to the lines. And it's really that simple. By placing your dark and blend them into the form, you start to build volume. When you look at this drawing, what does it mean to you? For me, it speaks about something we often forget. That sometimes the safest place we can return to is ourselves. In a world we are constantly searching for comfort, understanding, and support from others, we rarely realize that we can also offer those things to ourselves. We can hold ourselves together during difficult moments. We can listen to our own pain. We can acknowledge our feelings, understand our struggles, and embrace the part of ourselves that need kindness the most. To me, this drawing is a reminder that self-compassion is not weakness. It is a quiet kind of strength. It's about learning to become your own shelter when life feels overwhelming, your own comfort when no one else seems to understand. I'd love to know what you see when you look at this artwork. What emotion or thought does it bring to your mind? Share your interpretation in the comments. I'd really love to read it. I use a very fine eraser. You can even cut a regular one into a thin edge to pull out sharp white lines and add highlights. These small details really evaluate the drawing and bring it to life. Keep stepping back and look at your work. Don't get stuck in one area for too long. Sometimes overworking a single spot can throw off the balance of the whole piece. And now we are getting close to the final stage. At this moment, I switch to the sharper contour, something like a soft contour or soft charcoal pencil with a fine tip, so I can bring in darker, more defined lines without needing much blending. I'll start again with the hair, adding those final strands and details. Then I move into the face and neck, gradually building up the final elements. Step by step, I keep adding depth, refining the shapes, strengthening the contrast, and bringing everything together into a more finished look. No pressure, no stress, just for simple tools and a drawing that slowly came to life step by step. And that's it for today's drawing. I hope you had fun with this tutorial and picked up some things new along the way. Remember, art isn't just a skill. It is a wonderful part of life. It's a way to express yourself, find peace, and add more creativity to your everyday world. If you want to keep your inspiration flowing, be sure to make time for art. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next one. Thank you so much for drawing with me, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye bye.